I gotta get all that mopey stuff out of my timeline. I posted my last tweet was quite mopey, and we can't have that cluttering up the timeline. People need to know the attitude I bring is that of positivity. Okay, so I'm kind of debating not doing this anymore, but so let the market decide. Exactly. You're with me here. But what we're going to do is we are going to design a database for tracking citizens as a government. So we're going to do some things. So like, let's say that somebody messes up. What we're going to do is figure out who's in their family. Yeah, this is a weird one. Arguably a very bad idea. But you know what? We're going for it. I already started. I started stream. What did I put the stream title as? The stream title, I believe it said Building Government Surveillance System. So anyway, where are we at right now? So we have got a table. We've got a table with citizen. It's got first name. It's got last name. It's got SSN. It's got birthday. A question for Dane. Dane, if you're, we're chatting right now a little bit. Dane, do they have an SSN in Australia? Do you guys have that thing? This might not work for the Aussies. I'm not sure. You're in Australia, right? No, you're in New Zealand. Oh my gosh. Forget I said that. Whoops. New Zealand. Do they have, you know what? I'll just Google it. This is awkward now. An IRD. Why do they call it an IRD? What's it short for? Oh, you do live in Australia. Oh. Okay. Why did I... This is even more awkward now. Do I even care what this is anymore? Inland revenue designation? So we've got a citizen table. That's fine for now. Let's populate this with citizens so we can start having fun. Although, something I just noticed, SSN, right? I put it as text. This should really be an integer. Auto increment keyword imposes... All right, what does it do? You know what? Let's just throw it in. What happens will happen. I don't want this software to ever be applied anywhere. So we might be okay. We'll call it secret number. Okay, so secret number, integer, auto increment, and it said I had a syntax error, which I thought would mean I have a missing comma, but I don't have a missing comma. Sometimes documentations are hard to read, and you just got to do the experiment. Okay, so still syntax error. Somebody just give me the code. I get it. You're not supposed to use it. I don't care. My autocomplete is saying 30% chance of a match with an underscore? That's weird. Interesting. That seems like nothing I read. Wow. What is that? This is SQLite, Dane. This is SQLite. There are no UUIDs. They don't have SQLite data types. Pay attention. Null, integer, real, text, and blob. That's it. We don't even have times. This database is crazy. It's got nothing. Okay. Scrap TV. I don't think it really works. Most used in the world, but I don't think it works on things that are too big, actually. But it doesn't matter. We're a government on a tight budget. Look, I'm a cost plus contractor. Even if this project doesn't work, I'm going to continually get paid to fix it. That's how this hypothetical government contract would be working. Let's jump into create citizen. So I'm using the Better SQLite 3 library to load in our production database. So now we need to create some people. We want to create some citizens. So let's see if there's an NPM library for fake people. Let's see how many downloads this has. 3 downloads? Get out of here. Don't even show me that. Google, you should know better. I don't care. 3 downloads, 1.7 million. These are my numbers. Now we're talking. That's what I like to see. So let's go in here. Yarn add faker. We're going to be doing Python too. You guys think I'm a JavaScript A one-trick pony JavaScript. I'm going to be doing Python. That's right. But not for this part. Whoops. Because I knew there was a good library like Faker. I'm sure Python has libraries too, but, you know, Node.js, a very rich ecosystem. Python, it's not the same. TypeScript when. Ooh. Okay, so we can get a random name. All right, I like that. Fine name. Why is this named like fine name, internet name, fake.internet.email, then faker.name.fine name? Why not name? Why fine name? Why don't you have fine here? Why do you have create card here? Let's loop over 20 times and we'll make a card and then we'll log the card because I don't know what's on the card. How can we use address? Is there something we could do that's fun as the government to oppress citizens with their address? If a sinkhole were to appear, it would completely absorb a house and anyone in it. So that could be something that we could track. I like that. So let's say there's a house. You always want primary keys. You always want to have an ID there. But okay, so we've got the address, latitude, longitude. You know what? Let's add a primary key just because. I can't believe I had to add an underscore to auto increment and I couldn't figure that out. That's crazy. House member? Polygamy is banned in Australia? I'm sorry to hear that. You can always come to America, where polygamy is maybe also banned. Polygyny? Polygyny? How do you pronounce this?
Polygyny. Polygyny.
So polygyny is when a guy has more than one wife, and polyandry is when a woman has more than one husband. Man, can you imagine like getting divorced like by all your wives? Whew. All right. We got distracted there. We need to know who these people are married to. So we'll say, what would you call this? Lover SN? Yeah, we don't need, honestly, if this is for tracking people, we don't need to know, they don't need to be married. This is just a lover. Yeah, I mean, you could do a many-to-many. I see what you're saying now. We're going to say for now that everybody only has one lover, but I realize this does not capture perfectly everything. If you want to kidnap somebody's lover, if you want to hold them hostage, you may need... It may not work because they might have another lover, right? And so it's like, okay, well, all right, sure. And they'll leave that one in that. They won't pay the ransom, whatever. And they'll just go to their other lover. So I realize there are, you know, it's not perfect. Government systems rarely are. Polygamy is a paid add-on product. Yes. So let's see. People live in the same house. This is actually going to be really complicated to create the citizens. Okay, so people live in the same house. They're probably going to live in the same house with their families. If you're married / if you're a lover, you probably live in the same house. If you're lovers, we'll say if you're a lover, you're probably in the same house, right? Just to get some sample data in here. And if you're a bad government contractor, what you want to do is, in theory, write code, but don't really fix it. Just kind of keep introducing bugs perpetually, maybe even cyclically, such that you have a contract forever, right? I don't know. I've never been in this position, but I assume that's what you do. This is much. I didn't want to spend time on this, but to get a good seed, that's what we got to do. So people have kids. Okay, if you're over 60, you maybe die. So when we generate a person, we're generating a person within that generation. So I think we'll make their age always somewhere between 20. Schrodinger's cat. Schrodinger's. Schrodinger's cat. Schrodinger. Oh, it's not giving me the pronunciation. I guess we'll never know.
Schrodinger's cat. I'm sure you've heard
Schrodinger. Schrodinger. I had it the whole time. This government is weirdly progressive. It's like a progressive dystopian government. It oppresses all equally. Am I going to get accidentally political? Again? Cool. First name, Danica Williamson. Roosevelt Jacobson. Heather Harbor. Some people are going to be alone forever. I don't know why I started with that, but that's what's going to happen, so just be prepared for it. There's an age where you have to get married, and if you don't hit that age, it's unlikely you're going to get married, all right? It's a probability game. If you get married, you probably get married and have kids within that generation, so we'll actually create all the kids when a person is married. But when can you no longer fall in love? When is it too late? When is it like you're too old, nobody will ever love you? 28. Perfect. Okay, those are the prime years. So if they are between this age, and remember the chance of finding love is pretty low. Let's say it's 25%. Anyone can find love anytime, you know? You just have to lower your standards. There's someone out there. Might not be the person you want, but there's someone. Beggars can't be choosers. Come on. We don't have the concept of marriage in this government. We only have the concept of love. Okay? I want to be clear about that. They are lovers. What's the maximum age difference that's acceptable? 108? That's a little high. A little high. Okay, maximum acceptable age difference. I'm going to say 20 years. 11 to 31. That's about too far. That's 32 is too far. 31? All right. Okay. All right. But 30, 31 or 30, 32. I mean, you've got wrinkles, right? Oh, and if they fall in love, they have kids. So how many kids are they going to have? Let's say they're going to have somewhere between 0 and, I don't know, 6. 6 kids. Maybe 4. We'll do 4 kids. Maximum family size is 6. This is just a seed, 1 through 6. Well, there's going to be some zeros. Not everybody wants to have kids, and that's okay. Okay, and now we got to make people die. If age is greater than 60, it's pretty high chance after 60, 50%. 50% with chance of dying in 20 years. Sounds about right to me. Well, we don't believe, this government does not believe in marriage as a concept, okay? So let's get that out of the way. We don't believe in the institution of marriage. When I say we, you know, I'm just arguing on behalf of them. They don't have a representative here. I cannot be affiliated with this government. The oppression of any government is not right. So I'll take that stance. But for the software, you know, we're taking the stance of the oppressive government, and it's not right. You can be in love with a dead person. That's true. Can you marry your kid? Oh no. Good call. You know what? Actually, I'll allow it. Handles the general case. It's for general purpose oppression. All right. Want to become famous? Buy followers. Ban. Where are my mods? Ban this guy. Ban. Got him. This is terrible. This didn't work at all. Mina died, but she is survived by Gracia and Trey. Instead of 8 initial people, let's say 20. Okay, so it went from 20 to 51 over 4 generations. Let's do some math. X, or 20 to the power of X equals 52? Is that right? Is that how reproductive rates work? Yeah, give me the approximate form. Gosh. 1.319. Okay, cool. United States population growth rate. Growth rate per generation. It's actually going to be way higher. 21. Actually, we are spot on, guys. We are spot on with this love simulator. So when are you introducing COVID? This has nothing to do with COVID. Although that would have been a good idea. How come the older generation isn't more dead? Wouldn't you expect them to be more dead? Almost everyone's in love. Perfect. Perfect. That's exactly what you want to see as a government who's trying to... Look, if you want somebody to... It's so messed up. If you want somebody to do, do work for you, just say, hey, we got your girlfriend for a little while. Or your boyfriend. You know what I mean? That's how they operate. I'm told. Actually, when you get married, do you move out? You kind of like move into an apartment and then you meet someone and then you move into the same house as them. Sometimes people will move out of their house with their parents. If you are in love, you're not going to move out. If P1.inlovewith, if they're not in love and their age is greater than 20, so many magic numbers. Yes, it's full of magic numbers. And also, I was planning on spending 0 time on this part. So I have no idea. I don't know. I didn't expect it to be so involved to get a good seed for this. Fix that, and then we can start working on, some of the more dastardly deeds of this government. Some of the things that one might say we're not exactly proud of. The operations, the executive department. You know what I mean? Why are we tracking all these lovers, right? All right, everybody's got a house. All right, so Laru Leffler should be living in the same house as his parents. Ricardo Leffler. What are we working on? Good question. We're working on a government surveillance system with SQLite. Government surveillance featuring SQLite. But then, weirdly, a lot of JavaScript. Okay, so we've got the people. Now we need to do the actual SQLite part and put it into the database. But I like the idea of taxes. Pour one out for Jack, everybody. Pour one out. I don't care what you're holding. I don't care if it's sticky orange juice. Pour it out. Pour it on the keyboard. Pour it on your desk. Just keep pouring. I'm in a basement with a cat. Is this off-brand for me? Yeah, I mean, how else are you going to get realistic ages for children and parents other than to run a reproductive simulation? Okay, schema citizen. Let's take a look at that. All right, so I want to test an insert into because the date part is going to be pretty tricky. So that's a Julian day. So this is a Julian day. I just learned about this. Here's a Julian day. Whoops. Hold on. That's a Julian day. That's today in Julian days. So actually that's a pretty bad hold on. Okay, so here's Julian day from Wikipedia. A Julian day is the continuous count of days since the beginning of the Julian pyramid and is used primarily by astronomers. So I thought this would be perfect. Okay, so we need to convert our date into a Julian day. Is Julian a brother of Felicia Day? What's Felicia Day? Felicia Day is an American actress and web series creator. Oh! Well, mind the children. Because we're not monsters, all right? We're not monsters. Foreign key mismatch. Foreign key mismatch. What is it talking about? We've got a lot of foreign keys to find right here. Is that what it's talking about? I don't know what to do with all these TypeScript requests, okay? I have one complaint with TypeScript. Here it is. Too many characters. I don't want to spend all day tip-tap typing away, okay? It's too much work. I use JavaScript. I use JavaScript and Python and other stuff that doesn't require all that typing. Just, all day, just typing. Who wants to do that? I need to make an OnlyFans. My fans keep asking. Sugar, you're too pure. Don't do it. You're too pure. I'm waiting for whole nudes. I'll make a whole nudes for sure. Absolutely. I'll make a whole nudes and I'll actually post to it. I haven't posted to the OnlyFans. It's the de facto frontier for live coding. OnlyFans, 100%. All right. So foreign key mismatch. I'm kind of curious. We know that the error is happening, right? We're all on the same page. We've got an error, okay? Step 1, acceptance. Or step foreign key mismatch. Deep breaths, everybody. Am I bad? Am I bad at SQLite? Oh, my OnlyFans picture probably should be Christmas themed. Is there something that can automatically add a Santa hat to every one of my profiles? Because, yeah, that's a lot of upkeep to go update profile photos. Okay, all right, still not liking that token. No problem, no problem, no problem, no problem. We'll take a look at that token. Take a look at that. No problem. You got it. You got it. No more of that token. All those tokens, gone. Gone. Taken care of. What? This doesn't make any sense. Look, you go into the production database, you do insert into citizen, whatever. It works. It works. Why when foreign key mismatch? What are you talking about? This is so basic. Steve Ballmer, former CEO of Microsoft. He took Microsoft through the great age of anti-open source. Well done, Steve. Well done. You know, is there a better SQLite command line utility? Because that one seems to suck. Lite CLI, a user-friendly command line client for SQLite. I got it to work. Huh? Yeah, I just Googled around, searched for somebody who had the same problem. So the problem is, this person has a lover. Hayden has a lover. Okay? But the lover hasn't been inserted into the database yet. So we insert this guy. It's like, where's the reference to my lover? And because I can't find that reference, if there's a foreign key constraint failed. But if we're inside of a transaction, I don't think that should be a problem. Maybe I don't understand SQLite all that well. Why isn't it throwing an error? All these other clients, including SQLite Browser, are throwing errors. They're saying, hey, there's like a foreign key issue or whatever. But then Lite SQL or Lite CLI and SQLite 3, the CLI clients, do not throw anything. They don't even care. They don't even care that I'm breaking a foreign key constraint. Foreign key constraints are disabled by default. Oh, and it needs to be done in the connection, so maybe the fact that I disconnected changed it? Is that right? Okay, foreign keys on. Oh, okay. Wow. For backwards compatibility. Oh my gosh, that sucks. I was like, why isn't this throwing? Everything else is throwing. I thought I had a bad client. Welcome. Welcome to the basement. As you can tell, it's not atypical for me to have compelling SQLite debugging content. We're building a government surveillance system with SQLite. Yeah. Just, you know, just one of those toy projects, you know? So tracking citizens, tracking their locations, their houses, their family members, who they're in love with. Yeah, for government purposes. Yeah. It's just for fun, you know? I'm not running a secret government. Me, Sevi Ibar, the Sevi Ibar you know and love, running a secret government, tracking people with SQLite? Please. All right, so we can look at all the citizens now. We have all the lover SNs. We have the parents, which is great. And we have the birthdays, and the birthdays look about right. So that's the Julian day, which is the day since the Julian period, whatever that means. And it looks like they're separated by thousands of days, which is 20 years or so. So that's about right. What do you guys use? Do you guys use VS Code? Because if you're shitting on Atom and you use VS Code, that's insane. Because they're the same. You're insane. VS Code and Atom are the same thing. They're literally the same. If you were talking about IntelliJ or something, maybe. But even then, like, they're all the same. They're all the same. To be honest, I used to use Atom, but VS Code stole my heart. Otherwise, it's whatever the office gives me. Wow. Corporate shill. Absolute shill. You hear me, class Tim? You're a shill, Tim. From my experience, IntelliJ is better than Visual Studio. Is there any reason you need to do this in Vim? Yeah, so that the text is really big. Okay, last step. We need to put the people in their houses. Citizen secret number, values, house ID, citizen SN, super redundant, .run. And then for house ID, we're going to use person.housenum. For the citizen SN, we're going to use the person dot secret number. Select from house member. Yay, list of IDs. Nice. All right, we have now got a database full of people. We've got their parents. Everybody's got a secret number. We know if they're alive, and we know who their lover is if they have one. And we know their age, their birthday. We could make a DAG. We also have all their houses. And we know which house they're in because of the house member table. Okay, and now we have each person and where they live. If we were to create a sinkhole at somebody's house, who would die in the sinkhole, right? So that is the question we need to answer next time, because I'm going to go to bed.